ending the school year strong is something I think is really important, not only for your current school year, but to set yourselves up for success for next year. But life is all upside down right now, and our school year is fumbling along. So what then? How do you end it strong when life throws you some curveballs? Welcome, I am Tricia, and I'm home to 3 kids, and we are finishing our 11th year of school. And like everyone around the world, we are in the midst of a quarantine, and life has definitely thrown us a curveball for ending our school year. Besides, spring sports were just starting up. My daughter was just starting driver's ed. We were on the countdown to the end of the year. A big trip planned after the school year. And then this. And it's a big curveball. And whether it's something as big as the quarantine, or an unexpected move, or a job loss, or whatever, there are lots of ways that you end your school year might be disrupted. And so how do you keep fumbling there? How do you not just fumble along? How do you still end it strong when life is like this? And that's something that I'm trying to figure out. And it's also a segue. I'll get to the meat of the content, but let me pause for a moment. I am again participating in the Homeschool Mom Conference hosted by Heather Bowen of formerly Life of a Homeschool Mom. Now it's a Mom for All Seasons. And one of my topics is about ending the school year strong, and it was planned and taped before the current situation. But registration for it is open right now. It's just $12 for lifetime access. There are 99 workshops, over 40 speakers, all at your own time, online. The details for all of it will be in the link down below. So go check it out if you are interested. Especially now with homeschool conferences being canceled and such around the country, this might be a great opportunity for you. But back to my topic. So that's one of the things I was speaking about, is ending it strong. And I've talked about it in different ways before. But as I was thinking about this coming week and looking at our past couple of weeks and the fumbling and the loss of focus and all of that, and I'm trying to figure out how we still do this well and still end the year without crashing and burning, which we have done in past years. So let's talk about that. In my next video, I'm going to talk more about really like what scheduling looks like, your days and your weeks during all of this. But today we're just talking about kind of the big picture. And next video we'll talk about today's the forest, next video will be the trees. So number one thing I think that we all need to number one thing that I think we need to do is let go of what we think this year should have looked like. Whether the school year in whole, or just the end of your school year, your spring, whatever you think it should have looked like, well, it's not going to. So let go of it, grieve it. If you had some fun things planned that aren't going to happen now, it's okay to be upset and whatever. Even, it can seem like a small thing in the midst of this pandemic, but it's personal to you, and so it's okay to grieve it. It's okay for your kids to grieve it. So then where do we go from there? The next thing I would say is find motivation wherever you can. So this might mean that you toss out some of what you're currently doing. It may mean you ask your kids what they want to learn. We're all, the kids too, we should expect that our focus is going to be off and that things are going to feel weird and such. And so where can you find the motivation? And interest-led learning is definitely the key. So what do you want to learn about with your kids? What do they want to learn about? Take time to ask them and find, and maybe it's not necessarily a changing topic, but maybe you do more online stuff instead of print-based, or spend more time on the couch doing school than on the computer. Whatever it is, look for where you can find little bits of motivation. And then add some fun. I have spent a lot of the last couple of years making sure that I add fun to our days. I've talked before that I used to really feel like I just need to be real academic and serious about things, and that's not me. And so, I mean, I like those things, but we have to have some fun in our days too. So maybe there's a new unit, like I said, a new subject that you want to learn about. I know there are some curriculums that are, or companies that are doing different sales on like unit studies, moving beyond the pages, and I believe the unitstudies.com, I think, is where I saw another one. So maybe you added something like that in. Maybe you added more game time, some fun but educational shows, gardening, nature field trips. Right now, where we are, like the playground parks are closed, but trails and those type of parks are still open. So this would be a great time. The weather is nice, at least where we are, to get out and social distance while you are out in nature. Gardening, learning a new sport. Oddly enough, all three of my kids would like skateboards for Easter. So we're gonna get them and spend some time outside learning that. Couch to 5K is a fantastic app or program that will teach you new runners to go from being a non-runner to being able to run a 5K, which is what I used to start when I did my half marathon. Over the past couple weeks over on Facebook, I posted a bunch of links, one each day, with different opportunities for learning. There are so many things out there that are fun but still educational, and I think adding in fun is always a great way to for learning, but especially right now. Number 4, I would say focus on the people. Your relationships, self-care, the art of letting go of your frustrations while you're trapped in your house with your family. It's a great time to learn or to practice that skill, and teaching your kids too. The kids, this is obviously, a huge moment in history for them. But what are they going to remember? One of the things they're going to remember the most is how they feel during that time. And we have the ability to help shape that. And so by doing what we can to add in the good memories and the connection, we're going to help shape how our children respond to this and remember it as adults. And the last thing I would say is now's a great time to hand it over. Maybe your partner's at home. My husband's been taking over math with Ben. Maybe you have a family member or a friend who's an expert at something and would enjoy doing a short class, like a one-time class or a couple times class over Skype or Zoom or such. On classes like OutSchool, Brave Writer has short classes. There are lots of those kind of opportunities for handing it over to someone else and learning. Maybe you have something that you could, an area of expertise that you'd be willing to teach. I am trying to put together a couple learning with Disney classes classes that I'm going to offer up over on my personal Facebook. And offer it up to friends. So maybe you have something that people would like. You know, so maybe your friends who have kids in public school may be interested in grabbing you as a resource too. So click on the playlist that you see on your screen right now, and you'll head over to watch some other videos about and resources on homeschooling when life is upside down. Thanks for watching.